Welcome, true believers, or whatever you want to call yourselves, fans of mine. Welcome to my top 10 films of 2013. 2013. Anywho, this list will be my opinions, and you guys can leave your own opinions in the comment section below. So let's begin with number 10. Number 10. Oz the Great and Powerful. You're like, what? Oz the Great and Powerful on their top 10? I know you're like, what? But yeah, it is a good film. I liked it, but it was too easy to predict. Granted, they had the roses that made them fall asleep. But you could tell who they were. I mean, I couldn't tell originally when I saw Wizard of Oz, but I could tell who they were. Finley was the guy, the assistant to Oz in the real world. China Girl was the girl in the wheelchair. Galinda is the woman that he really did fall in love with, and Theodore is the bimbo. You know, spoilers alert. Theodora turns out to be the Wicked Witch of the West, and I don't know what happens to her sister. I imagine she dies or something, but they're making a sequel, so hopefully it be good. So that's number 10. Oz the Great and Powerful. Number 9. Okay, now this film, so many people didn't like it, but I loved it. It is Jack the Giant Slayer. It was a great film, huge special effects, and I mentioned Obi-Wan Kenobi is in, and Hank McCoy. That's Beast from the First Course. I loved it. Great special effects. I love the story and the lore. It was excellent. I liked how at the end it turned out that Roderick's ancestors trying to find the crown to rule the giants, and hopefully they'll make a sequel. If they do make a sequel, hopefully it's like based off like maybe his later times, but yeah. So yeah, this film was fun. I liked it. It had me at the edge of my seat, and I just liked the person who played Jack. I think he did a good job, and so on. Jack Giant Slayer, good film. Number 8. Okay, I loved this movie. It was excellent. But it's not as good as some other movies I could put on this list. And that is no other than 42, the Jackie Robertson story. I mean, I loved it. Great film, and it was good. It did what we wanted it to do. It told us how the challenges from that. And don't worry, this isn't the only African American story that I put on my list. But it's great. They actually show the troubles. And I think they did a good job. And, well, the actor who played Jack, he did a good job. I mean, I'll watch any other movies he's in, but I think he's in Lee Daniels' The Butler. He did a good job. And, well, that's what I thought of him. Number 7. Now, this film is Lee Daniels' The Butler. Why do I like this film? It explained everything between what happened between civil rights activists and multiple things, the Vietnam War and many more, and Barack Obama's election. The JFK scene, I loved how it showed the impact of JFK's assassination. It did a great job. Nixon was a good person. Well, Nixon's a bad person, but the actor who played Nixon was good. And the actor who played JFK, I was very moved by his performance. Number 6, Gravity. I liked Gravity. It was okay film. They did the best they could. The problem I didn't like about it, the woman went insane. She was like barking with the dog. And she imagine that George Clooney came back with some scotch. I mean, she was crazy. I liked the film and all, but not that enough to put on my list. So that's why it's number 6. And the special effects are really cool. George Clooney did great acting in. They really did show the effects of gravity and the dangers of space, which I was really proud of they did. Number 5. Now this is when we get to the really good movies of the year. Number 5 is Monsters University. Monsters University is a good film because it kind of showed multiple things. Showed really good things with the Monsters Universe, including Ross. Yeah, she was at the end. It also showed how the abominable snowman got vanished, which you could kind of improvise it, that you could probably solve. So yeah, it was a good film. I really enjoyed it. It was funny, especially the part where I can't feel my anything. And I'm so glad they included it in Disney Infinity. Number 4 is The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug. The reason the film was okay, it was better than The Hobbit Unexpected Journey, but I didn't enjoy it that much. The whole love thing with Philly and Thranduil, and I even looked, Thranduil was just made for this movie, and she did a terrible job at it. So yeah, that's my reason why. But The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, this high and kind of low on this list. Also, they ended it at a really terrible point, which they have nothing to work with in the third film. Hopefully the third film will be good. Number 3, Saving Mr. Banks. Okay, this film was amazing. They had so much to do, but it wouldn't be number 1 if it wouldn't be number 1, but there are some films I loved a lot better. There was a whole bunch of stuff that really included the backstory of P.L. Travers, and the creation of Mary Poppins, and how she didn't want to sign the rights to him because she thought he was going to ruin Mary Poppins. And it was a very good story, especially how she felt towards Ralph. And they did a good job. And I don't know the significance of Ralph, so if you all don't know the significance of him, then if you do know the significance, please put it in the comment section below, because I really don't know who he is. I don't know any significance to P.L. Travers. I did like his obsession with the weather. It was really heartwarming, and I found it sad, and I found it really interesting when the Mary Poppins was actually her aunt, and it was really well written. Tom Hanks did a great job as Mr. Disney. He does a good job in all his stuff, including Forrest Gump, and acting was just really well done. Now, number 3, say Mr. Banks. I don't want to get into the whole plot thing, so only 2 slots remain. What is number 2 and number 1? Number 2, Star Trek Into Darkness. Wow, this film was amazing, long, and somewhat boring. Some that have been away. The teenies are back, and Pike dies, which I was kind of upset by because I love Pike. He let Kirk dies as Spock, but he came back to life, and there were too many Wrath of Khan references, and so much more. It just wow. Anywho, they did a good job, the best they could, of creating a new Star Trek universe. But making a new Wrath of Khan is not the good part to do, because then, things aren't gonna go so well for this universe if they follow the storyline that they're on. So I'm not gonna include Genesis because there's no Genesis. This movie, Khan, was well acted. Right person to play Benedict Arnold Cumberbatch. He played Smaug. He did a good job. And I just felt this movie was a lot more enjoyable. I mean, I loved it from start to finish. And the great acting of Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, and Benedict Cumberbatch, and the woman who plays Ahura is going to play Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy. So yeah, that's number 2. Number 2, Star Trek Into Darkness. Wow, this film was amazing, long, and somewhat boring. Some that have been away. The teenies are back, and Pike dies, which I was kind of upset by because I love Pike. He let Kirk dies as Spock, but he came back to life, and there were too many Wrath of Khan references, and so much more. It just Wow. Anywho, they did a good job, the best they could, of creating a new Star Trek universe. But making a new Wrath of Khan is not the good part to do, because then, things aren't gonna go so well for this universe if they follow the storyline that they're on. So I'm not gonna include Genesis because there's no Genesis. This movie, Khan, was well acted. Right person to play Benedict Arnold Cumberbatch. He played Smaug. He did a good job. And I just felt this movie was a lot more enjoyable. I mean, I loved it from start to finish. And the great acting of Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, and Benedict Cumberbatch, and the woman who plays Ahura is going to play Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy. So yeah, that's number 5. That's number 2. Number 1. You've all heard me talk about how amazing this film was, and I was so excited to see it. Matter of fact, in my Pokemon Y walkthrough, it was just stuck in my head, and I can't believe that's number 1. Number 1 is Frozen. I love this film. It was so amazing. The acting was great. The songs were perfect, except for Love is an Open Door. I liked it so much. I got the soundtrack for Christmas, and I couldn't be more happy to put it on onto my phone, to listen to it wherever I go. And it's really interesting, the effects of the snow and the character development. Characters were really well made. Sven was funny. Olaf was hilarious. Good comedy, and I really did like it. Anna, Elsa, I liked how they did in the movie, and they felt good. I don't like the thing about where people are complaining that Anna looks too much like Rapunzel. And I'm so happy that I do not have to purchase the Frozen toy pack because they are coming out on March 11th, and I'm gonna pre-order one. I know you're like, what about the Fantasy Fur? I'll pre-order it then, or maybe get it for something else. But I'm really excited. So yeah, that's mine. Top 10 films of 2013. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and put down in the comment section below what your top 10 are. I'm more hyper than I was. I'm more excited now. So yeah, if it makes you guys feel any better, I have a schedule. I have a schedule of some walkthroughs of this coming year. I have Pokemon Y is still going on. Walkthrough 21. Walkthrough 22 is Pirate's Adventure. Pirate's Adventure Treasure of the Seven Seas at Disney World. Then I have Skylander Swap Force. And then Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics. That will be a daily thing, day by day, and I don't know what else I have in store. I'm doing Lego The Hobbit. I'm gonna play that game, but I don't know I don't know when that will be, and if I can do any more walkthroughs. I'm thinking of doing a Mario 3D World, but I don't know yet. So you guys heard from me. See you real soon, guys. God bless, and happy gaming.